Hello, my crafty friends. This is Mary. You're watching Cardz TV, and welcome to Silhouette Monday on Tuesday. I am so sorry, guys. I have to apologize that I didn't get this up yesterday, but Monday was so busy. I just could not get a minute to get this video done and uploaded. So I'm so sorry that this is carried over onto Tuesday, but I think it's going to be a cute card. So let's get started. We've got some papers from the Paper Studio. This is a Hobby Lobby brand, and it's called Harper's Boutique. We're going to use a paper from this. And this Valentine's paper pad, this is Recollections, which is from Michael's. And this little paper stack is called With Love, so we'll be using that. And we're making a back to school card. I forgot to tell you that. And we'll be using the Silhouette Cameo. And for our sentiment, we're going to use one of my Cardz TV stamp sets. This one's called School Days. We're going to use Back to School. And I've already picked some images from the Silhouette store, and I've got them on my mat. You can see here already. This is the print and cut feature, and this is one of my favorite things about having the Silhouette is you can go to the store and get some images that are there for you to print on your cardstock using your computer, and it will also print these marks in the corners. These are called registration marks, and when you feed this into your Silhouette, it detects these marks, and that lets it know exactly where to cut your image out. You can also go online and find clip art and import that into your Silhouette files and do the same thing. It's just a really neat feature, and it's one I really like when I'm in a hurry and I want to do a quick card. You can get all kinds of images that way. So I've already got these printed out, and I'm going to take it into the Silhouette and cut these out, and I'll let you know at the end of the video the number for these images in the Silhouette store, and we're going to get this little card put together. I've cut my images out using the Silhouette Cameo, and I don't like white edges on things, so I'm going to take some Tim Holtz tea dye distress ink and ink around these edges. Now this little image is the chalkboard, and it is number 30267, and I cut this at 2 inches high by 2.540 wide. And this little stack of books with the apple on top is image 3777, and I cut it at 2.5 inches high by 2.600 wide. So I'll go ahead and get some ink around these, and then we'll start putting this card together. This just hides those white edges and gives a little bit of depth and dimension to our images. We've got a black card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We're going to add a red mat, which is 4 by 5 1/4. I'll use my ATG gun for that. We'll put this aside, and we've got a black and white mat. This is from that Harper's Boutique stack from the Paper Studio, and we're going to add this red and white polka dot border, and I've cut this at 3 3/4 by 5, and this little border is 2 inches by 3 3/4. We're going to add that right down there, and then I've got a little black scalloped border that I cut using the Silhouette, and there's lots of borders that you can find over there. And this one is approximately 1/2 inch, and I'm going to position it right here so that it lines up evenly, and then I'll trim it on either side so that it fits the 3 3/4 inch width. So we'll go ahead and get these attached. Then we can put all this on the front of the card. Our card base is ready to put the images on now, and I'm going to take this little chalkboard and turn it at an angle and put it right about there, And because I don't want this apple to show, since we have an apple here, I'm going to attach this stack of books right about there, I think, to hide that little apple. And I've got this on 1 thickness of foam tape, and the little chalkboard I'm just going to adhere flat to the card. I might move it down just a little bit. My ATG gun gave out on me, so I'm back to using my little glue runner, but it works just fine. So I'll go ahead and get these attached, and then we'll put our sentiment at the top, and I'll have this card ready. And I'm just going to write a little personal note on the inside for my grandsons and get this off in the mail. So I'll get this attached, and we'll come back and put the sentiment on. Now we're ready to add our sentiment, and I've gone ahead and stamped Back to School from the Cardz TV School Day stamp set, and I used Memento Tuxedo black ink. This little white shape I found in the Silhouette store, and there are many, many shapes that you can find to use for your sentiments or labels or tags. And I've cut this one at approximately 1 3/4 inches wide. I've added a little black brad to either end. I've got it on 1 thickness of foam tape, and I'm going to add that right up here. So I'll go ahead and get this on, and when we come back, we'll take a look at this finished card. Here's my finished Back to School card. Now guys, I want to give you a heads up. You still have a few days to go over to my blog, cardstv.blogspot.com, and enter the challenge that the Cardz TV Challenge Go-To Gals have going on right now. You have until noon on Thursday to enter a card, a layout, or a craft that you've made for back to school. And the winner will be chosen by random.org, and you'll win a set of Cardz TV stamps. So I hope you'll come on over and join the Go-To Gals in their challenge. It's a fun one. So here's my finished card. I think it turned out really cute, and I'm so glad you could join me for Silhouette Monday, even though it's Tuesday. I'll try to do better next week, guys. But thanks for coming by today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye now.